Coach, just real quick, when you look at Grayson, what's his status as far as the ankle? I know it's a sprain, but
yeah, X-rays negative again. Re-aggravated the same ankle, and he'll be day-to-day.
Okay. You talked about the passing and the turnovers, and again tonight, 20 led to 31 points. How would you assess how those happened tonight? Was it forced?
Yeah, I mean, we got to handle their pressure better. I thought we found some things in the first half that worked really well in terms of our movement and passing cut offense. We didn't sustain it when they went on runs. Okay, we didn't stay locked into that plan. I had too many lost possessions because of it. But we've had issues with that throughout the course of this year of taking care of the basketball. It reared its head tonight. And, this team is an elite defensive team, the best defensive team in the league that we're playing against. So you have to execute.
And then the composure part just seemed like a few of the times.
Yeah, we didn't keep our composure.
Okay.
Yep.
Was that just a matter of, the game's not going your way, the crowd getting into it, or what would you attribute that to most?
All the above.
Okay.
But we got to be better.
Coach, there was that exchange with you and Bradley Beal in the fourth quarter timeout. Was that just a heat of the moment type thing?
Yeah, just talking through the game. Yeah.
In what areas do you feel like this team can be better at handling the adversity when they have those stretches when the ball's not going in the basket?
And we can't let the refs distract our focus. The refs didn't beat us to what the T-Wolves did. Okay, we got some bad calls, but that happens in every game. Okay, it will happen both ways. We have to be locked in, and we can't let that distract our focus. And when they're scoring on us, okay, and we're not getting the right stops, we can't not be organized offensively. And we had too many possessions like that.
Without getting into too much detail, what was the message and kind of level and belief in the locker room after this one?
Keep challenging each other, okay, but stay connected. There's a lot of love in that locker room with that team, and we got to make sure that we can challenge each other, listen to one another, okay, and remain connected, and that's where we're at.
Frank, just the composure part of it, has that been something that you guys have battled throughout the season?
Not really. We've been a pretty poised group, throughout the course of the season. Came back in a lot of fourth quarters when we've been down. Stayed locked into the game, but the emotions are higher in the playoffs, and the NBA playoffs will test your emotional stability, right? And we got to make sure that as our first time going through this together as a group, again, when we face adversity, okay, we have to respond to it. And we didn't handle it well enough tonight. We'll learn from it and be better going forward.
How do you coach, as far as the officiating goes, when close calls go against you? How do you coach that? What's that?
Next play. You let them hear about it. You let the rest hear about it. Hopefully, you can, they can understand that, maybe they missed a couple, okay, and it swings back your way. You try to do the best you can with that, but your group's got to turn their focus to the next play. That's something we talked about before the playoffs even started. Okay, things are going to go wrong in certain stretches, whether it's our offense, our defense, foul trouble, okay, the refs. Things are going to go wrong, at certain points in the playoffs. And you have to have a next play mindset. You have to execute the next action, okay, locked into what's happening next, not what just happened previously.
Coach, just looking at, obviously, Grayson goes out, thinking, okay, going to put somebody else in that hasn't played. What was the thought of talking on the sideline of maybe going with somebody else as far as getting in that?
Yeah, we just, we have a rotation where we just extend. We're going to extend our starters heavy minutes anyway tonight. We're going to try to get this game with those guys extended, and so we just needed Eric and Royce to fill in the gaps.
Are you at this point, like you beat down 0-2, are you confident, okay, you can even the series? And I guess a better way to ask it would be, what makes you confident that you can even the series?
We got a great team. Okay, and we've shown that, throughout stretches. We've had our bumps in the road, as you would expect with a group that's put together in year one. Okay, we've had our bumps in the road. It hasn't been an easy run for us, but through those bumps in the road, we've responded and gotten better from that. Okay, and we played some of our best basketball down the stretch. And, first time going through it in the playoffs. Okay, more adversity. We'll handle it, and we'll get better from it. So I'm very confident in what our games are going to look like in Game 3 and Game 4.
What were you encouraged by early in the first half, though? The improvements from Game 1, second chance points, and also bench scoring.
The defensive plan was good. Our defensive adjustments I liked. I would run back the defensive side of this game again. We got to do a better job on McDaniels and Conley, but the job we did on Edwards, holding that team to 105 points, I think is going to be defensively enough to beat these guys. Okay, but offensively, we did some things. We made some offensive adjustments philosophically, how we want to attack these guys and how we want to attack their pressure, and a lot of it looked really good. we just didn't sustain it in the second half.
To that point, why do you think it didn't sustain in the second half?
Lost focus.
What do you attribute that to? Just the loss of focus?
Yeah, first time being together, okay, not handling our adversity in that second half.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Coach.